guys, we are back. Sorry, we had some network issues, but I'm glad you can join us back. So we're gonna do the recap. We're gonna go back to the question. So who is Joel and who is Noel Mwanza?
Okay, Joe and Noah Mwanza, these are identical twins, born in Zambia in the year 1993. Then we lost our mother. We lost our father in 1999. Then we lost our mother in 2018. She died of cancer.
That's sad. That's
Yes.
sad. My condolences. Okay. So how was it? How was your experience growing up as identical twins?
Growing up as identical twins was funny, exciting, as well as crazy. We went to the same school from grade 1 to grade 9. We went at Lansdale Basic School, by that time, Basic School. And then at some point in grade 8, before we went to grade 8, we were in grade 7. We were in different classes. Joel was in grade 7B. Noel was in grade 7A. And surprisingly, during our mock exams, we all passed number 1.
Oh, wow.
Yes, in my class, grade 7 B, I passed number 1, and in grade 7A, Noel passed number 1 also.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
that was it was an awesome moment. Both twins passing number 1, and also it was so inspiring to some pupils at the school. And they started saying, "Ah, wow, they are intelligent twins. They both passed number 1." And when we wrote our final exams in grade 7, we sat on the same desk. By the time we were sitting 2-2, and surprisingly also, when our results came out, I got something like 754, and
Okay.
my twin brother got something like 740 something. Only a few marks different. The difference was minimal. And when we went to grade 8, by that time we were combined. We were in the same class because the school had only one grade 8 classroom. So it was a very exciting moment to be in the same class. That was in our 8th grade, in our grade 8, when we were doing our grade 8. Surprisingly also, because in as much as we are twins, there's a bit of some difference when it comes to academic issues. So
Okay.
Joe is
Actually, my friend
Joe,
from Botswana asked, how did they tell you guys apart? Like, this is Joe, this is Noel, especially during school when writing an exam. How were they differentiate?
during that time, Joel he was too active
Okay.
than myself. Yes, me, I've always been on a low side,
Oh, okay.
but for him, he talks a lot. So that's where the difference is. Yeah, that's where the
So,
difference. When we were at school, Joel was a bit loud and outspoken, while Noah was on the easy side. But one thing I like about Noah, he wants things to be done accordingly. He's on the easy side, but he pushes for things to be done accordingly. While Joel is loud and outspoken, but at times he gets relaxed. So growing up was an awesome moment as twins, especially when we were in grade 8 in the same class. I was a bit sharp than Noah. Yeah, but
is that true, Doyle?
yeah, but we wanted to sit on the same desk, knowing that we were coming from the same home where we had to put on same clothes at some point. So even at school, we wanted to sit on the same desk, but we had our class teacher by then told us, no, 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 you guys, you can't sit on the same desk. The other one, we had 3 columns. So I was sitting on the first column and my twin brother was sitting on the third column. But surprisingly, when we were writing those to my end of term tests, to those assessments and just little quiz and everything, I really wanted to help my brother. So it was very difficult to assist him because he was very far.
Okay.
From far place, yes. But I tried by all means to find ways and means. Sorry, writing on the piece of paper and yeah, until it reaches him. Yes. So it was an exciting moment as twins. We really loved each other from day one. Even during our classroom, we used to study together. We used to encourage each other, and yeah. And when we wrote our grade 9 examination, we went to separate schools. I went to a boarding school in Central Province, in central part of Zambia, called Kafushi Secondary School, and my twin brother went to a day school. He wasn't in a boarding school, he was on a day school called Highland Secondary School. So basically from there, we completed our grade 12 in 2011. Then we went to different colleges. I went to ZAMCOM, Zambia Institute of Mass Communication, where I studied journalism and public relations, and I completed in 2014. And my twin brother went to National Institute for Public Administration, NIPA, where he studied business management studies, and he completed in 2017. And then from there, in 2015, I was employed by the Movie Television, which is the largest private television station in Zambia. And when my twin brother completed school, also surprisingly, he joined Movie TV. So both of us were working for Movie TV
Oh,
until the sound. Yes, yes, yes.
that's amazing. That's an amazing story. I'm so happy to hear that. So, of course, there are a lot of twins in the world, but you guys keeps on coming up, whether it's on TV, on papers, or when it comes to receiving our awards. When did you realize that there was something different and special about you two?
I think the time we realized that there was something special and beautiful about the two of us were back when we were young, when we were growing up, because when we were growing up, we used to do things together. We
Okay.
used to yeah, go to school together, doing things together, going to places together, everything we were doing together. So when we grew up, we were growing up when we lost our father, we learned some challenges, and at some point we almost stopped school due to financial challenges because our mother by that time was just a tailor. She was doing tailoring, and she couldn't afford to raise us until at a
So,
certain point. Yes,
so
until at a
basically,
certain point.
your father died when you guys were 6 years old, right?
Yes, yes, that was in 1999. Our father was a police officer.
Oh, okay. So after that, it was only you and your mother to raise you up, you boys.
Yes, yes, yes. So things became hard. So my mother couldn't manage like to provide with necessities, school necessities and everything. Yes. So at some point we went to Kawe. We were being kept by our auntie. By that time, our auntie also there in Kawe, they had our auntie had also about 15 dependents there that she was
Wow.
keeping like 15 people. So even eating was difficult. Things became hard, and yeah, growing up became difficult until at a certain point where our uncle from our mother's side now took us, and yeah, that's where now we went to Ellensdale. to the school at Lansdale from grade 1 to 9. From there, yes.
That's really hard. That's really hard. Uh, did it make it easy that you guys were going through it together, or it even made it worse? Processing the loss of your dad and now being kept by somebody. How was it
Yeah,
at that time?
I think difficult. We had difficult moments, knowing that when our dad was alive, he could provide everything. He could bring the food on the table. Took us to a good private school. Everything was okay. So growing up after losing our father, uh, we couldn't afford now to go to proper schools and everything. So that was very difficult. But we kept on encouraging each other as twins to continue working hard, to soldier ahead, and to put everything in the hands of God, because we believe that in God everything is possible. So our growing up also was, we were growing up with faith that one day things will be okay for us.
Hmm, that's really good. I'm glad to hear that. Then you lost your mother in 2018. How old were you then?
2018. I think we were 20, 24, 25 by then.
Oh, okay, okay. And
Yeah.
that was a hard experience.
Yes, it was a hard experience because we loved our mother so much, and our mother inspired us to start our journey of humanitarian.
Hmm.
Yes,
Uh,
so
uh,
it's
how did that start? How did that journey start?
yeah, that journey started because in as much as our mother couldn't earn more money in whatever she was doing, but she had a heart for people. She used to keep people who were not even relatives, and yes, she could get people from the church, identify one or two, and start keeping them, living with them. And from our mother, when we were staying with our mother, this is where we learned to have nothing to share with the little that which you have, you should share. Our mother taught us. Our mother used to sit us down and to tell us how to live with people, to tell us how to share with people, to respect people. So our mother inspired us to do what we are doing now, and it is from the little that our mother could do assist other people. This is why even us now, with the little that we get, we are able to extend our helping hands to the people in need.
Wow, that's amazing. So your mother had a great influence on you, and that influence made you start a community work, and you formed an organization. Can you tell me a little bit about your organization?
Okay, so before we formed an organization, we used to do charity work, the two
Mhm.
of us, as Joel and Noel. Yeah,
Okay.
we used to. Yeah, so like each time when we are going to donate, or when we are donating, we have donated something. So you find that there was like a set of twins. They'll call you. They would call and say, next time when going for a donation, please can you involve us. So I told my twin brother, I told my twin brother Joel, why can't we form like a foundation for twins so that we allow those, so that we can work with other sets of twins.
Oh,
So
okay.
before that, like he explained, yes, we used to go to UTH, prisons, community schools, the two of us as Joe and Noah. But we realized that we attracted the other sets of twins because whenever they saw something about us doing humanitarian work, they got inspired, they started communicating to us, you guys, next time when taking these things, please involve us. We want to join also. So we sat together and we realized that we can come up with something unique. And this is how the Twins Plus Foundation was born. So basically, the Twins Plus Foundation is a foundation meant to bring twins together for social change. And also, one of the objectives of the Twins Plus Foundation is to reach out to the vulnerable twins as well as the families of those twins. If you recall, way back, we had the story of the former conjoined twins,
Hope and
Whoop
Mapalo.
and Mapalo. So we were the first twins to donate to Whoop and Mapalo. Those Siamese twins, Whoop and Mapalo. We took a donation there twice before even we were the first to take a donation there before even the government had taken a donation to Whoop and Mapalo, because the main reason why we took a donation to Whoop and Mapalo, because we know how challenging it is to be born twins, and we know how hard it is for parents to raise twins.
That's really good. You can relate to the struggle, so you just wanted to be part of the helping hand. That's
Yes.
really amazing. So so often when people grow up in a with little or less, there's always this notion that I'll be able to help others when I have more. If I'll get more money, I'll help other people. But you guys, you didn't wait to be like the richest people in the world in order for you to impact the community. You gathered whatever you had and you created a social change. Uh, why is it that you're willing to share the little you had with other people instead of waiting when you had enough?
Uh, Elijah, like I mentioned earlier on during our conversation, we know how it feels to have something, and again, we know how it feels to have nothing. So we believe in helping. They say true Christians should see giving as an assignment from God. God assigned us to help each other in different ways, and through giving and other things. Yes. So we believe that in whatever we have, many people, Elijah, think that we are rich, we have money, but
We are not rich
we are
at
not
all.
rich at all. We don't drive cars, because at some point, surprisingly, people see you donate coming out from the newspapers, and at some point, people would
When
see
they
you in
meet-
the street walking. Then they get surprised. Ah, you guys, you give, but you don't drive. At some point, I feel like you guys drive Porsche cars, expensive cars.
Because
Then, yeah.
that's the wrong notion that people have. In order to give, you need to be rich. And I like that you guys are actually changing the narrative. It has to be from your heart to give from the less you have. So I like that notion a lot. So how do you respond to people who say that?
No, we just laugh. We just
At
laugh.
times you just laugh. At times you tell them that no, you whatever you, if your friend is in need, sharing is caring. If your friend is in need, whatever little you have, you should extend the helping hands. And we've inspired many people. Other people have come to us and confess that you guys, I think what you do is something beneficial, it's something inspiring. And I like your notion that whatever little that you have, you are able to extend your helping hands to the less privileged ones, or rather the people in need.
Wow. No, that's really good. That's inspiring. That's touching the culture and changing the notion and the narrative. It's something
Thank you.
to be proud of. Deotala from Namibia is saying that she's got our last born are twins too in Namibia. Thanks for joining in. Then I've got My brother Zion from Zambia joining in. Guys, thank you for joining in. Well, I'm talking to Joe and Noel. We're going through their life story and how they're inspiring and impacting lives in the communities. So, along the journey, we have already learned that you lost your parents. With your dad first, then you moved to different places, trying to make it in life, but you never lost hope. You just kept on going. And you know what's so funny? What
Yes.
happens to most of us is when we have had life, when we lose our
Mhm.
parents, we become bitter and angry. We become so mad at the world. So instead of being productive and impact humanity, most people choose the wrong path. But you guys didn't develop a victim mentality and saying, well, life is not good for us. What else can we do? You focused on your education and you focused on honoring your mother's legacy. Why did you do that?
We didn't want to lose focus, like you've spoken, because also to serve people, it's a calling, Elijah. To be a leader, it's a calling. Those you see leading us, the president, the minister, it's a calling. To be a leader, you should have a heart for people. This is why we have a heart for people. We have a passion for the less privileged people. This is why we've stayed focused, and even after losing our parents, our father and our mother, we didn't lose focus, but to concentrate on our calling.
And you have to avoid this. In order to achieve something, you have to avoid
Negativity.
Like
There are
negativity.
people who talk this, other people be positive, other people will talk negative issues. But if you concentrate on negative issues, then you won't achieve.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. I like that. So it's almost like you need to choose your path carefully and eliminate anything that can be a distraction and focus on something that's positive.
Yes, yes, yes. And many people, they get surprised if we tell them that we don't drink, and then we don't drink, we don't smoke.
Hmm.
They say, I know, but why you guys,
So we lived
why don't you smoke? Why don't you drink? So, Noel and Joe, we live a very simple life,
Hmm.
very simple lifestyle.
So, uh, so basically, faith is part of who you are, and that's what helps with not entering into a certain lifestyle, right? Did I lose you again? I lost them, bro. The trick is tripping. We've got a lot of questions to go through, but I just lost them. So I'm just hoping they're gonna come back. Yo, let me just try a little bit. So where are you watching from? I know Lillian is watching from the US. I know Zion is from Zambia. I've got Deotala from Namibia. I've got Joshua from Botswana. Hey, do you guys have any other questions you'd like them to ask? You can just drop them down there. So basically, these guys are doing a lot of great things, impacting the community through charity works. They're able to donate food, books, helping people need financially. And like they said during the interviews, you don't have to be rich to create an impact in the society. And for me, that is what inspires me a lot about their story is they're willing to give the less they have with others. And all of us can develop towards that mindset of being a brother's keeper, I think we can live in a better community and better society. In the recent years, we have seen a lot of struggle going on. We have people going without meals or jobs. But if you have got anything that you can share with your neighbor, don't hesitate. So let me just try to go back off and communicate with them so that I can see if they're gonna join us back again. But the network issue is coming from them. Hey Lillian, I'm going to ask them that question when they come back. If how you can be part of their work in the society. Let me just try to go back and see if we can